Hello, everyone. I'm Kunlong Ma. I will introduce the President, Rosen House, and my thesis project. Rosen House, one of the representative works of modernist architecture in Los Angeles. It was designed by Craig Elwood and Gerald Lomax in 1961 and completed in 1964. The owners of Rosen House were Gerald and Arlene Rosen. It located at 910 Oakmont Drive, Los Angeles, California. The house is in the Santa Monica Mountains on a steep hillside which drops abruptly in the front. Afterwards, many architects and artists recognize it as one of the definitive American modernist houses. Rosen House is a good example that can not only meet people's pursuit of aesthetics, but also meet the utilitarian needs of customers. The house is divided into 4 parts: living space, courtyard, garage and swimming pool. The living space surrounds the central courtyard and forms a square. The garage and swimming pool are independent of the main building to facilitate people's travel and outdoor activities. In the main building, Craig Elwood designed a living room, 2 dining rooms, a study room and 5 bedrooms for the Rosen family, 3 children and a housekeeper. In the living space, around the central courtyard is an indoor corridor, which can not only connect a series of functional rooms such as living room, dining room and bedroom, but also be used as the transition space between indoor and outdoor. Next, I hope to put forward my thesis project through the analysis of the interior space and layout of Rosen House. First of all, it can be seen from the structural system of Rosen House that Rosen House divides the whole building into 9 square regular areas and 15 functional spaces by using grids. By this design method, not only the layout of Rosen's house is very clear, but also the free-flowing space of the Rosen House will not be weakened by the barrier of the walls. In addition, the space divided by these grids can also make the whole building space present a strict form of axial symmetry, which greatly enhances the ritualized behaviors living in the house. And then, I try to divide Rosen House into different types of rooms, so as to study the different forms of rooms to meet different functions. As shown in the diagram, Rosen House contains 18 different types of space, including 15 different spaces in its main house. In the next section, I will analyze and elaborate on these 15 types of space and their design methods. First, let's focus on the common area. In Rosen House, common space includes living room, recreation room, dining room, kitchen, and balconies. Craig Elwood designed the common space in the middle of each side of the house. In addition, these common spaces can enhance the transparency of the building by setting balconies and central courtyards, which can not only make the whole house more open, but also realize the balance between indoor and outdoor by enhancing the relationship between human and nature. In this way, it can not only enhance the axisymmetric form of the building, but also facilitate the daily activities of the Rosen family. They can easily access the building or the courtyard through the common space. In addition, these common spaces can enhance the transparency of the house by setting balconies and central courtyards, which can not only make the whole house more open, but also enhance the relationship between human and nature, which can get the balance between indoor and outdoor space. Next is the bedrooms. Unlike common space, Craig Elwood designed bedrooms into the corners and back of the Rosen House to improve the privacy of the bedrooms. These rooms use 3 solid walls to enhance the privacy. On the other side, the architect designed some glass walls facing the outside to let the natural light enter the house and provide a good view for these bedrooms. Using 3 solid walls and 1 glass wall can divide a part of quiet and private space in Rosen House for people to rest. But at the same time, it can also reduce the barrier of the solid walls to the sight and behaviors, so that people can easily walk from the bedrooms to the courtyard. The last part is the bathrooms. The architect enclosed them with solid walls to keep them private. In addition, from the layout, these bathrooms are located between the common spaces and the bedrooms, which can effectively divide the 2 kinds of spaces. Generally speaking, these 3 kinds of space and design rules can effectively combine transparency and privacy in the Rosen House. In terms of transparency, common spaces are set in the middle of Rosen House in the form of T intersection. which can make people's eyes penetrate the whole house and reduce the obstruction of solid walls to people's behavior. In addition, the glass walls of the bedrooms can enhance the relationship between indoor and outdoor and improve the communication between people and nature. In terms of privacy, the solid walls on the facade can block the sight of neighbors and surrounding pedestrians, which can ensure the external privacy. The 3 solid walls of the bedrooms can reduce the internal interference of family members and keep the internal privacy. In addition, the closed bathroom can effectively act as a barrier between the bedrooms and common spaces and can also reduce the internal interference of family members. Therefore, these 3 different design rules for 3 different spaces can effectively balance transparency and privacy, which also inspired my thesis project. And then, I'd like to make my proposal of the thesis project. As we know, in high-density urban areas, people have to give up transparency because of privacy considerations and live in concrete boxes, which undoubtedly separates the relationship between man and nature. But Rosen House can provide us with an excellent example of balancing privacy and transparency. Therefore, through my thesis project, I hope to explore how to use Rosen House space model to find the method of giving consideration to transparency and privacy in residential projects in high-density urban areas. First of all, I extracted the space elements of Rosen House and get different space types: common space, bedroom, bathroom and courtyard. And then I designed 7 different axisymmetric plans. Besides, the different design methods of Rosen House for common space, bedroom and bathroom are used to ensure the transparency and privacy of each plan. Next, I stack these plans randomly and get a high-rise residential building that are suitable for high-density areas of the city. And then, some floors which are difficult to meet the accessibility, transparency and privacy are specially revised to make them meet the requirements of people's daily life. In addition, at the entrance of the building, I designed elevators and stairs different from Rosen House to meet people's accessibility needs. Therefore, I hope that people living in high-density urban areas can get rid of the limitation of concrete boxes by transplanting the design of common space, bedroom and bathroom in Rosen House into this building. People can have a more transparent landscape visually without affecting their privacy, reduce the restriction of internal walls in behavior, and enhance the interaction between human and nature in activities. Then, I'll introduce some details in this project. Because in Rosen House, the central courtyard can also increase people's contact with nature, so in this project, I plant trees in pots and hang them in the center of the building. In this way, people can have a good view of plants in every room. This atrium can also provide a good lighting condition for the interior of the building like Rosen House. Because this is a high-rise building, some equipment is needed to prevent people from falling off the floors. But some simple railings will more or less block people's view and weaken the transparency of the building. So I referred to the landscape design elements and designed some railings installed under the floor to prevent people from falling. In this way, it can ensure people's safety and improve the transparency of the building. Next, please watch an animation about the project.